This is my channel, Mo Sims. You can call me Mo. Basically, what we're doing today is we are revamping the Landgraab households to fit into my new save file. In this new save file, I'm playing in Chestnut Ridge, which is part of the Horse Ranch pack. And fair warning for this video, I have a cheap headset, so the audio is going to be a little crunchy. Bear with me now. Just bear with me. But basically, I'm going to time lapse me going through each family member, and then at the end, I'll kind of give you a detailed, I guess, tour of what I've done and what I've changed. But I hope you enjoy. Okay, so I have finished the Landgraab family. Fair warning, like I said earlier, I'm still messing around with the audio settings, so if you hear a Landgraab yelling in your ear, my bad, Jit. My bad. But for some context around this save file, typically I don't play with the townies. I just don't find any of the stories necessarily interesting enough for me to want to play as them. But for this save file, I really want to include the Landgraabs. I wanted a wealthy family. The way I'm thinking is kind of like The land grabs got into land development and bought up the land in Chestnut Ridge, and that's how it kind of came to be as a community. And so because they bought that land, I'm like, shoot, might as well have them live on that land. So yeah, so I have Jeffrey, Nancy, and Malcolm. I aged up Malcolm into a young adult. I'll show you that in a second. But yeah, I don't really care for Johnny Zest. I even deleted him in the save file because it's like, what am I supposed to do with a comedian who lives in a trailer, bro? Like, I don't know. Am I supposed to pity him? You tell me. But for some context, I didn't change any of the aspirations, any of the likes. I didn't change any of the traits. So yeah, so here we have Jeffrey. Again, I'm going, or I don't know if I already mentioned it, but I'm going for the old money aesthetic, the wealthy. You get it, you get it. I got rid of his blonde hair. I kind of gave him this like ashy brown hair. I thought about making him a silver fox, but I didn't. And then for his second outfit, I just put on a cowboy hat. Cause I'm like, they're in Chestnut Ridge. I don't know. He got to play the part at least a little bit. But yeah, and I gave him, I think he already had glasses. Some outfits I just straight up kept. Like, I'm pretty sure I didn't make this. I think this is what he already have. Gave him this. And this sleepwear, I chose this to kind of pay homage to his original outfit. Because again, I still wanted to keep elements of them. And I'm not playing as this family. I'm just having them in the world for the lore purposes. Malcolm, he's going to play a bit of a bigger part, but these are his outfits. Nothing too crazy to write home about. I'm really proud of his face. I typically don't make adult Sims. I only usually play as young adults, so it was really cool, like adding the smile lines and wrinkles and making him look older and mature. And I think he looks pretty good. Like he looked like a wealthy man. All right, so let's move on to Nancy now. Me and Nancy, I don't know, for a while I just couldn't like her too much. And it was her makeup. Her makeup was really annoying me. But I think after this makeover, I kind of like her. I still kind of gave her that slightly blotchy look. Um, she definitely got some Botox, but I don't know. She's kind of giving Kardashian a little bit. Am I tripping? I don't know. You tell me. But here's our outfit, inspired by Chanel, really bringing in that old money. And one thing I love to do with my Sims is I love to give them different hairstyles. I think the best way to make it look realistic is to just make sure that the lengths match up, obviously. But here's our second outfit. I found this really cute set, and it's from Get Famous. I've never used this before, but of course had to, again, pay homage to her original outfit with the orange, and I think she looks really cute. Here's her formal wear. I gave her an updo, and this dress is from the Vintage Glamour pack, and just her bag. And one thing I've never noticed in the Sims is like you can see like the spine. I don't know. I'm just now noticing that. But again, light but still heavy makeup. Like this is Mary Kay on her face. Don't play with me. But yeah, athletic wear. I feel like I don't know something about this two-piece set. It just makes sense. I don't know. It just makes sense to me. And here's her sleepwear. Now, originally, she had on this lingerie set. I have no idea if I'm allowed to show this or not. But I was just like, I don't know. In my mind, Nancy and Jeffrey have been married for a long time. They don't need all these frills. All this girl got to do is put on her little robe and they're good to go. You feel me? But I just still wanted to pay homage to that. I was like, oh, that's a cute little detail. So I kept the colors the same and gave her this wavy hair. Kind of like, I don't know, like some older women, they kind of get ready to go to bed. Like they'll do their hair like just a little bit like for their husband. I don't know. But that's kind of the vibe I was going for. Party attire, pretty basic. Swimwear, again, paying homage with the white and the orange. And I really wanted to keep her clout goggles, her white shades, but I just couldn't make it work. I just couldn't make it work. It didn't sit right with me. So I gave her this little hat and I don't know. I think it's still her. I think it's still true to character. Here's her hot weather, kind of playing more into the Chestnut Ridge Western style. And then here's her cold weather. And in my mind, I feel like Nancy, she grew up horse riding. Try to think like Kendall Jenner on her horse. Like, that's what Nancy Landgraab did. And when they bought the properties in Chestnut Ridge, she kind of wanted to relive that part of herself with horse riding. You'll see it in her house too. I don't know if I'm ever going to show their house because, again, I do not plan on playing as these people, but I still want to flesh out the world. And so she's kind of like, guys, we need to, get to Chestnut Ridge, and I just want to disconnect and just da 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 da. Like, I feel like that's kind of their deal, and I feel like they move around a lot. I mean, they own apartments in San Myshuno. They've lived in Willow Creek. Like, they got all these properties. So for the next couple of months, they're going to be in Chestnut Ridge. And yeah, that's Nancy Landgraab. I think I showed all the outfits. Yeah. Let's move on to my boy Malcolm. Alright, so with Malcolm, I aged him up from a teen to a young adult. I kept his aspiration, kept his likes and dislikes. I kept the snob trait because makes sense. You are your mother's child. They had him as evil. Maybe I don't know too much about the Landgrab lore, but I was like, this boy is not evil. So I made him self-absorbed because I'm like, he grew up with wealthy parents. He's practically the only child if you think about it. Like he's self-absorbed. And then those were his two traits. And then of course, because I aged him up, there was a blank trait. So I gave him romantic because my boy looked good. I'm like, he's suave. He got the good looks. His family got money, like, come on. And I'm not gonna hold you. I ended up using Prince Charming from Shrek as the inspo. And I think that really shows right here. But yeah, but he's gonna play a bigger part in my saves file. I'm gonna do a separate video of like all the lore once I'm done fleshing out the world. But essentially, he's fresh out of college. He's of course living with his parents until he decides what he wants to do. He's gonna take up one of his mom and dad's endeavors, whether that's the electric company or property management. But they're just giving him some time to breathe and you know decompress after getting a degree. But here's his everyday outfit, very chill. I wanted to make sure that his wardrobe reflected being brought up, wealthy and that preppy style, but also showing his post undergrad, post college lifestyle. So I feel like with this first outfit, you get the college, vibe. And then the second one, this is what he's wearing to family dinner. This is what he's wearing to the vineyard. Like, boom, you get it. And then formal wear, again, I don't think I changed this outfit, so sorry if this is like a little lackluster. Here's his athletic, and one thing about me, I'ma put my male Sims in some booty shorts, okay? Matter of fact, these aren't short enough. I need some 2-inch inseams over here. ASAP, pronto. But yeah, and I did not mean to make him this jacked. I think it's the same thing with his dad too. I think I just gave them accidentally a bunch of muscle tone. When I make Sims, I don't pay attention too much to their bodies or anything. I kind of just hop in. So that's probably the issue there. But here's his pajamas. Oh, and one detail I love to add with all my Sims is I love to give them a piece of jewelry that they wear with all their outfits. So you'll see in each one of these outfits, he has this Casio watch, which is CC. I don't know the creator off the top of my head. If you're curious as to where I got a certain item, just comment it and I'll try my best to do some digging and find it. But I love his nose. Like, let's just take a second. Yeah, yeah. What Doja Cat say? Exactly. I'm not sure if everyone's gonna get that reference, but if you know, you know. But sleepwear is party wear. Again, good mix of preppy, but still, trendy college life, I guess. I don't know. And I've also, sorry if I'm going on a bit of a tangent, I've been really digging giving my Sims eye bags. I don't have any eye bag CC. This is purely base game. Yeah, in the eye details. But like, something about this one, like right here, I'm like, I don't know, it just adds like a nice little feel. It makes my Sims feel a bit more human. Swimwear, nothing crazy. Alright, this outfit. I don't know why he got the Steve Urkel going on. I okay, I see the vision of what I was trying to go for. I'm making this part a couple days after I actually made the land grabs, hence why they have horses down here. But like from here on, like here up, it looks good. I'm like, okay, like the little yellow with the blonde hair, with the green eyes. Come on, and then I don't know what happened. I don't know if we just need to make this like I don't know if we need to maybe we need to give him oh my god, this is just not this isn't good. I'm gonna fix that some other time. Wait, maybe we can oh wait, hold on, let me cook y'all. Hold on. Um I don't know if I don't know if you would it's I wish there was like a is there like a longer hmm let's see. We can make this work. Wait. Oh wait. Wait, can I get the yellow though? Okay, I think I just need to drop the wait, hold on. No. Mm, this will do for now. This oh, wait. Sorry. Uh hold on. Bear with me. Bear with me. Okay. We'll just leave it at this for now. But it's better than what we started with because I don't know where I had my boy Malcolm in. I'm so sorry, Malcolm. And then this is his cold weather outfit. Again, nothing crazy. Now, Malcolm, just to give you some more lore, he's gonna be dating this one sim that I've made. She's gonna probably be in my next video. They're gonna kind of have a thing going on, and the way I'm trying to play it out is the girl, which she has a name. I gave her the name. Do I remember the name? No. Sue me. But the his girlfriend basically has already met the family, and she's take like Nancy has really taken a liking to her. Nancy even introduced her to horse riding because this girl, the girlfriend, she didn't come from much. So this is kind of her first time stepping into the world of, I guess, suburbia, of wealth, of old money. I don't know, but she is the daughter Nancy never had, essentially. And there's gonna be some conflict between the son and the girlfriend, but that's for another time. And yeah, that is the revamped Landgraab family. This is probably gonna be one of the only base game townies I'm gonna have in my save file. Or at least actually the only base game household that actually plays a part in my saves file. I'll probably still give the other ones makeovers in my own time. So if you see them in the background, boom. Like I think some of the Sims I've already played with have talked to Don Lothario, but like who wouldn't talk to my boy Don? Like let's be so for real. But yeah, thank you so much for watching and I hope you have a good one. Bye.